All right, this is totally off script, but I got to do this because of the simple fact that I haven't done it in quite a while. Okay, I don't even remember the last time I was on the YouTube podcast. Nor do I remember when I broadcasted anything to the other websites, the other comment sites. Lately, what's been bothering me is the thing with Egypt. Why nobody is really pointing out the fact that problems in Gaza and civilians getting killed is Egypt's fault. I still don't understand why nobody's connecting those dots together. Egypt, for those of y'all who don't remember, closed their borders to Gaza. Oof, sorry. I got my eyes on the road. That's the reason why I'm talking. And I have no idea when I'm going to have the time again to post a broadcast. But see, here's the thing. Egypt has no reason to close borders at Gaza. Okay, Egypt is a dominantly Muslim or Islamic based country, as is Gaza. You know, there are people that speak the language. Okay, so there's no communications problems. There's no religious problems. There's no customs to be offended by or to offend. And yet Egypt told the world that they cannot take any Gaza asylum seekers, simply because they said they're not equipped and they don't have the resources. They also tried this babbling bullcrap about well, if we let in all these Gazans, we might be bringing in Hamas. You know, and that's just kind of stupid because, of course, you might be bringing in Hamas. There's a lot of supporters in there. That's not the point. The point is that there's civilians who are not Hamas or not even Hamas supporters that need to get across that border, because all the other borders around Gaza happen to be, on Israel's territory, and Israel has closed all their borders. No, the only way Gazans can get out is through the Egyptian border and into safety. And it still boggles my mind how nobody is pointing out Egypt's fault as to why all those civilians are getting bombed and shot and, bombarded. Okay? 4,100 plus lives the last time I heard, and that was last week. This is Thursday of this week, so I'm obviously off by a few numbers there, by a few digits. Egypt takes up 3 Gaza strips. Okay? 3 Gazas can fit inside the country of Egypt. So for them to say, well, we don't have any space, which was another excuse, which is just total bullcrap. For them to say, well, we don't have the space is just BS. For them to say, we don't have the resources, that right there is a mind blower. Because Egypt is in North Africa. Okay? The country of Egypt is on its own continent. Okay? So to say that they have no way of providing any resources, I have to call bullshit on that. I gotta call bullcrap. Okay? For them to say we wouldn't know how to facilitate, we're not sure if we could facilitate. Seriously? Seriously? You're the country of Egypt. Egypt is a hot desert country. You telling me you have no way of knowing how to set up a bunch of tents in your country for Gazans to come in, and again, which takes the less than a third, because less than a third of Gazans, are around. It's only a few thousand people. Okay, to say that you seriously can't let them cross the border and provide tents and stuff for them is just silly as all hell to me. That you don't know how to provide a holding facility or shade. Come on, man. Who are you trying to kid, huh? Another thing that boggles my mind, we don't have food and water for these people. Oh, shit. Sorry. Don't mean to cuss. It's just that the traffic just plain stopped on my ass. And everything's backed up. I could see that it's backed up, but it's pretty darn... It's reduced down to 10 miles an hour. We were just doing 70. So, I saw the 20 trucks that they were trying to get clearance in to get into Gaza from Egypt. Okay? Technically, if you let those Gazans through the border and into tent cities on vacant lands where desert lands are, you don't need to worry about how many trucks come in and out. You can just keep them right there in Egypt and just have them going back and forth to whatever the ports are or whatever the food stations are. Wherever Red Crescent, I think that's what it's called. We have the American Red Cross. They have the Red Crescent Moon or something like that. To go back and forth from that headquarters, from Crescent headquarters to the border of Egypt, and that's if you want to put Gazans at the border. You can move them further inland. You can move them to different parts of the continent that you're on. It's just stupid to me how all these excuses come up that they can't keep Gazans from getting killed. Okay? And for some oddball reason, well, no, it's not really oddball reason. The problem is that the answer that I can give as to why this is happening involves conspiracy theories. The conspiracy theory is that Egypt wants all those Gazans killed. They're making up BS excuses why they can't do their part in saving them, because they want them killed so that way everybody could say, so that way they could say to the world, look what these evil Israelis are doing, and with American weaponry. And why I say that? Well, go figure. It's been going on for decades now. I remember the same thing that was taking place during after 9/11. Excuse me, I'm trying to switch lanes. After 9/11, when we went to Afghanistan, the civilians that were not a part of the Taliban were trying to leave the country, and the Taliban was forcing them to run into American artillery. So that way when somebody died, they could say, look what they're doing. Look what the evil Americans are doing. This is an old playbook that's gone stale, okay? To think that Egypt isn't trying to demonize Israel and America by closing their borders and coming up with a bunch of BS excuses why they can't let them in, you know, I mean, it's kind of like, who are you kidding? You know, to think that they're not trying to demonize, man, that is just plain stupid. And anybody out there that thinks, that doesn't see this, is blind as a bat. So what I'm wondering is, what the heck? Why aren't we all, you know, getting after Egypt for their bullcrap? Because you know, American Red Cross and Red Crescent Moon, you know that they're gonna actually do something. You know that the charitable donations and all that crap is gonna be made for those Gazans. There's gonna be tents, there's gonna be facilities, there's gonna be soup kitchens. Another thing that boggled my mind, how are we supposed to feed them? Dude, you're on the northern continent of Africa. All we eat down here is only approved by FDA, and that's fish, chicken, and beef. Okay? Everything else might be added, like pigeon, but that falls underneath the chicken category. Okay? You're Africa. You got like these antelope and lions and elephants and buffalo, water buffaloes, and all this other crap. You've got your meats, you've got your birds, you've got your chicken, you've got your beans, you've got your rice, you've got African, you know, Cameroon makes a great rice dish. Okay? Cameroon in Middle Africa. You're telling me that there are no farmers that you can buy rice from in Cameroon? Is that what I'm hearing? Come on, man, you're freaking Egypt. You know, you should have this kind of shit stuff available on hand. And even if you don't, the simple fact that you've got organizations like the Red Cross and Red Crescent that will organize steadily and present food for them, for the Gazans, you know, it's just total BS. It's total BS. Egypt needs to pay for what they are doing. Okay? Egypt needs to pay for what they're doing. And if it isn't going to be a fine, if we're not going to war with them, you know, well, then they need to be cooperative. They need to pay the price of their stunt by actually turning around and being cooperative, letting in I think it's only in the tens of thousands, not even 100,000. Here in America, we get like 100,000, hundreds of thousands of migrants from South America. You know, you telling me Egypt can't handle 10,000 Gazans? Come on, let's be real here. Let's just be real, okay? Egypt needs to pay the price, and if they're not going to pay the price through American artillery bombing the crap out of them, if they're not going to pay the price by paying an actual fine, then they should pay the price by being cooperative with the rest of the world. Okay? Being cooperative with the rest of the world, taking the Gazans, Gazan civilians, so that way the Hamas and Israel can duke it out the way that they want to. Okay? That's my big spiel there. Why isn't Egypt being held accountable for their actions? I don't know. I don't know. They need to be held for their accountable for their actions. And it took sitting at a red light to finally get myself saying that. So for right now, while I'm on my way to the next red light, I'm going to say I hope everybody out there has been taking good care of themselves, and I hope that y'all are staying safe and everything. Here in Texas, we got some cooler weather, but that's about the only cool thing that's going on. Our politician still sucks, and we still got some issues to take care of and all this good stuff. I hope everybody's doing very well on your end of the block, wherever part of the country you're in, or whatever part of the world that you're at. And I hope that you guys can get whatever it is that you need taken care of and handled, because you guys, I'm noticing that there's a lot of problems in different parts of the U.S. as well as different parts of the world. I'm hoping that we can all just hang in there, hang tight and stay true. Okay? And if anybody has any ideas as to the reason why Egypt isn't being held accountable for their BS excuses as to why not to let Gazans into their lands because of the border, I'm actually open to hearing what y'all have to say. If you could try to avoid rhetoric, that it's all Biden and he's doing this for votes, and he's all under the command of Hillary. It was always Hillary. Okay, go away with that crap. Okay, let's try to have a decent conversation here in the comment section. Don't make me block you. Okay. Alrighty. Y'all take care. Y'all take it easy. This is Chris with Chris's Comments signing out.